guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna. I'm an investment advisor, and today I would like to tell you about a situation when people were married and then they don't want to live together, and it is like a divorce. And actually, in different countries, the situation is different. And you should understand that what we have here in Russia, there is no other country where everything works the same. Today I would like to tell you my opinion, what I think is possible for me in the future. Actually, it is very funny. My peers don't understand me, but they don't work with people from world of big money, and they don't have such big expertise and experience in business world and in investments. And so I always think about divorce before marriage. It is very funny, but I think that if you write everything mentioned and have documents before marriage, it means that in situation when you break up, everything would be okay and you would know what to do. And I think that this can help you not to lose everything and not to have like a divorce. So I think that you should do everything in advance. For me, it is very important to be open, to know everything. In my family, it is common to have money, to gather money. So we have budget for family, but we don't have different money. My mother and my father, they don't have different money. Everything is together. And in my life in the future, I would like to have not the same, but it would be impossible for me when a man has his own money and I know nothing about it. Actually, it is very funny, but it is so important for me to know the reality, to know financial side of life, that I choose such profession. So in investment sphere, as an investment advisor, of course, people tell me how much money they have. Maybe not details, but if we talk about some budgets, some situations when they need my help, I can't give right advice when I don't know the details. So, of course, if we talk about people, clients, those with whom I work, I don't know about everything. Of course, they give me as much information as I need. If we talk about my friends and people with whom I don't have so close relationships and they are not my husband, not my boyfriend, then they don't and they are not my clients, so they don't really need my expertise in this moment. I don't ask them such questions about how much money they have. I know a level of their life, so I know maybe how much they have, but I don't know the reality, so I don't know where they have accounts, how much they have in this country, and so on. I think that everything would be in the future. If they need my help, of course, I will know it. But they choose to give me such information if they need me as an expert. If they now use their money and do everything with their money by themselves, very often very rich people boys and men, they don't tell about all their traits and money that they have to everybody, and they don't mention it. And it actually it doesn't mean in this context. So if we are friends, of course I don't think that I should know a lot, and I give them like a freedom. And of course they have private life, and it is okay, it is normal, because they don't know about all my work, because it is private information. But if we talk about the most closed people, if we talk about husband, for example, it would be impossible for me not to know about his money. So it is extremely important for me itself to know what he buys, where he buys, because I think that you don't need to live together to be marriage if you have different budgets, if you have different money, if you are not open, if you don't have trust and belief. And I think that of course you should believe, and of course you should have like a hand in your pulse and know that you should control it. And that is why it is important not to lose your job, not to think, okay, I would be only wife and everything would be great, he's man, he will do everything by himself. No, in our country, if you do like this, then you would have nothing after divorce. And so I think that women should be more involved in financial part of their life and life of their family, because there are a lot of situations in practice when people, they are a very rich man, they have wives and they were married I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, and firstly everything was great, and then he decided to stop these relationships and to be with another woman, and then he can take all his money, because in our country sometimes women don't have as much not like documents, but sometimes men are very clever, and then they do everything in advance to not to have problems in the future, so they can buy real estate, but this real estate wouldn't be like in his hands, in his bank account, for example. This real estate would be registered on company, another company. And so after divorce, according to some laws, if we have some, no, it is individual, every story is individual, but if documentary everything is okay, and if she, for example, don't have any influence, she can't influence his decision, and if this real estate is not like his documentary, then after divorce she would not have any access to his some of his money, to some of his real estate. And it is very difficult question, because very often women in our country, they are not financially involved in their life, and sometimes their men can do everything to... No, this is like a trouble. It is like a situation when she don't have any access to his money, and documentary, according to law, the deal is correct. And it happens because she doesn't know that she shouldn't sign these documents, for example. And so that is why it is very important not to lose your job, not to think that I would do nothing, that I would only play with my kids, and this husband would be with me after everything. He would not break up, we would not break up, and in situation if we would reverse, everything would be okay, everything would be great, and I would have half of this money. But in reality it doesn't work like this. And so in my situation, in my life, I would like to be open with my husband, to have the same goals, to have money, together money, to earn this money like together. It is not like business, family business. No, I mean that sometimes your husband can be a very important person in the world of business or in the world of some sector of economy, and he could help you to develop your business. If we talk, for example, about me, I'm an investment advisor, and I would like, and I will have my own company connected with investments. Now, I don't know how it would be registered and how everything would be work, but I need time. In this situation, maybe he would have a lot of partners, men, rich men, and using his instruments, using his reputation, using his knowledge, he could help me earning some amount of money, because he could tell his friend that, oh, my wife, we have some opportunities to help you, but this business would be registered on me, of course, and he could have another position in the world of economics, and he can't be involved in this business itself, so he would not be documentary in this business, maybe, but he would help me, and that is why this amount of money that we would earn, they would be like more about together money, not only my money itself. And so I think that it is extremely important to trust your partner, but to know economics, know laws, know how to register everything, and not to be like in dreams that everything would be okay. No, you have your own life, you have your own future. Maybe you will break up, and you should think about yourself, but you should trust and believe your partner. In other case, you should have different money. He would pay for himself, I will pay for myself, and you should understand that in our country it is not so developed that men and women pay equal. No, very often men sponsor family and sponsor wife, and it is normal for us, for our society in Russia. And in such case, everything is not equal. I can pay for myself for bill in restaurant, but it is like a small thing. But for me, it is strange to pay for everything equal. For example, if I start living with a man, it would be strange for me to pay for apartments equal. In our country, men pay for this, men pay for house, men pay for traveling, for example. I know that abroad it is more developed, that women can pay for themselves. So in our country, it is more like a game. So I can pay for myself, but in reality, I would not have any close relationships with a man that don't want to pay for me. Maybe he doesn't have money. In this case, maybe I can think, maybe I can help him financially. But in situation, if he has money, I would not live with person, I would not be close with person if he can buy, he can pay by himself, he has such financial level of life, but he doesn't want to pay for me. It is strange for me. In our country, it is like this. And so, if we talk about relationships with my friends, of course, I can't be so involved in their life, and of course, I accept that they have their private life, private money, and they can have they have opportunity not to tell me about everything. But if we talk about like husband or boyfriend, then it is impossible for me to have different money. So I hope that you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you later.